So once the synchronization is completed, okay, now we will verify our instance, right? So if I'm coming to this switch, to verify our instance, so spanning tree, so now you have multiple instances, right? Okay,
Yes.
so now if you'll check here, for VLAN 1 to 5, your priority is this one, right? But for after
Yes.
VLAN 6 7, your priority is default, right? Because what you
Yes.
have said, you said that for VLAN, 1 to 5 you are primary. For
Yes.
VLAN 1 to 5 you are primary, and this one is for from VLAN 6 to 10
Yeah.
you are secondary, right? Okay, but if some other switch will come with the lowest priority, those will become right. If lowest than this one, are you understanding?
Yeah. Yes.
Lowest than this one, if someone will come, right? Now tell me the command what we have used about configuring root primary and root secondary. So we have used this command.
Yes.
Let me show you the command. Yeah, this command. Okay, root primary, like that, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
but maybe some organization is very large, right? So I want to say that you will become root.
Mm-hmm.
Let me show you. Okay, so I want that this switch, as this switch is a root one, right? So this is our root
Yes.
switch. Okay, this is our secondary switch, secondary root.
Yes.
But now what I want, if this switch will fail, okay,
Okay.
this switch will become root, right?
Yes.
But after this, I want to make someone as a secondary. So do we have any other command? I have root primary, root secondary command. But do we have any
Yes.
command related to sub secondary or something like that? If our port is
No.
connected like that, see, if
No.
in some organizations you will find port connectivity like that. Okay,
Okay.
so I want to make this as a sub secondary. If this will fail, I want to make this as a third sub secondary, like that.
Okay.
So which command will make these kinds of configuration which I'm talking? Like, see, with this command it will not work. With this command you can make only one switch as a root primary and one switch as a root secondary. That's it. But with this
Yes.
priority command, what we have used, remember?
Okay.
So
Yes.
we
Yes.
can decide that okay, uh, the
This one
lowest
should
one
be
I'll put,
first.
yeah, I'll put 0 as a at primary. Okay, let me show you with the command so you will understand. Console conf t spanning tree VLAN 1 to 5. Okay, priority, now put question mark. Okay, okay, so now what you am saying, so for primary what I will do, okay, so for primary you put 0, right? For secondary you
Mm-hmm.
put
Yes.
4096, and
That's
for,
very nice. Yep.
yeah, and for third secondary you put this one. For fourth
Yes.
secondary, like that, like that, you can make it like this. If I'm not root, no problem, you will become root. If this will down, this will become, if this will down, this will become, like that, like that, like that, like that. Okay, you can make it till here. So this is the default, but if you want, you can go up to this one, right?
Yes.
Okay, but this is the default behavior, so you have to change the default behavior in all the switches. Okay, so but see, if you are talking about large organization, right? Okay, so
Yes.
the Cisco has different type of network connectivity. Okay,
Okay.
so Cisco makes some kind of core layer kind of structure in the network. Okay, so you will see
Yes.
some kind of I think we have this in the slide, so I can explain you about that. Yes, like this. Okay, okay, so I think here, STP Implementation. Okay, see what Cisco is doing here.
Yes.
Normally we think that we can make, see, Cisco or any organization, they separate their networks in multiple segments. So segments will work like this. See, there will be one switch acting as a root switch, and that will be a core layer switch, means the heaviest switch of the network. Okay, and
Okay.
this core layer will be connected to distribution layer switches. Okay,
Yes.
and the distribution layer switches are connected with some lower
Access
level of
layer.
access switches. Okay, so
Okay.
access switches we don't need any kind of configuration. Okay, so normally the configuration what we make, okay, so we make on to our distribution layer. So core layer we make as a primary, and distribution layer we
Yes.
make as a secondary.
Okay.
Okay, so okay, so what I mean to say here, that whenever you want, if you have some kind of large network something, so you can use the priority concept, this one, right? But you will say that okay,
Okay.
sir, we have many switches in our network. We want this priority options. Okay,
Yes.
quantity spanning tree VLAN one priority 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so you will say that okay, sir, we want multiple switches to make as a primary and secondary, right? Okay,
Yes.
so you can make 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 up to 9 switches,
Okay.
right? But if you want, so in those other switches you can manipulate the default priority to that one. But you will never find more than 5 distribution layer switches in the network. You can find access layer. Access layer you can find, if you can get 50 also, because you will never see distribution layer switches more than 5 or 6 in one company. Uh, I'm not talking about ISP, okay?
Okay.
In normal companies, in normal companies also you'll find okay access layer switches you can find 50 100, but distribution not more than 5 6, something like that. Okay, so when the fourth scenario is also completed, so see this option is you can use when you have the smaller setup, right? You just make primary and secondary, that's it. But you have a large setup, in
Yes.
that you can use the priority options, right?
Very true. Okay.
Yes. Now root, see we have seen what root switch manipulation, right? Okay, now we are
Okay.
working on root port manipulation. Okay, so in root port manipulation, this is our first lab. So you can see here, we can choose root port by using either the following two ways. Okay, now, so when we have this root switch, so all root switch, this is our DP, this is our DP, right? Okay,
Yes.
and
Yes.
this is our
Root pod.
root port, and this is blocked by default. Okay,
Yes.
now, but we want to make this as a root port, not okay, and this one block, right? Okay, so
Yes.
where we have to configure, we have to configure on switch 2 or we have to configure on switch 1?
Come again.
No, if I see by default this is our switch 1 as a root and switch 2 as a
Yes.
non-root, right? So
Yes.
switch
Yes.
1 all ports are designated port.
This related.
Switch 2
Yes.
this port is root port and this is a block one, right?
Yes.
Okay, but I want to make this port as a root port, this one,
Okay.
and this is a block, no problem. Okay, so we
Okay.
have to configure on switch 2 or we have to configure on switch 1?
Switch on.
Switch 1, very good. See, by
Yeah.
changing the cost of the blocking port,
Okay.
okay,
Yes.
blocking port on non-root bridge, okay, change the cost and make it less than 19 if you are
90.
using fast ethernet, right?
That's it.
So by
Yes.
default you are also using 19 and I am also using 19, okay, right?
Can I use it?
So the first
Okay.
option is the cost option, right? So
Okay.
if I will make this as a 10, right? So of course this will become as a root port and this one will become as a blocking port, right? Now
Yes.
by changing the priority of the DP port,
Okay.
okay, on the
Root bridge.
root bridge. Okay, now tell me where you will change the cost. You will change the cost on non-root switch or on the root switch. Cost you have
The
to
root
change.
switch.
Yes, cost is local to the switch.
Okay.
Okay, yes, so you have to you can change from, okay, cost is local to you.
Okay.
Okay, but priority, port priority is from upstream switch.
Okay.
Okay, so by default we have 128. You can, it's a multiple of 16. Okay,
Yeah.
so we can do this both lab. Okay, we will, instead of
Okay.
switch 1 it is switch 2 here, this is also switch 2. Okay,
Okay.
and after cost, okay, we will be working on port priority. Okay,
Okay.
root bridge scenario. Okay, or better we can do practice here so you can see, right? Because here
Okay.
in GNS you cannot, so no problem, let's come here. Take one switch, take another one. Okay, just wait for your root bridge election. Okay, so this is your root switch. Okay, now this is your DP.
Yeah.
Okay, this is your DP as well. Okay, this is your RP and this is your block. Okay, fine. Root switch, DP, DP, root port and block port. Now if I want to change cost, so if I'm coming to my switch, okay, switch to enable conf t host switch to, and now let's, so spanning tree. Okay, so you can see here my port is, the first one is root and the second one is block, right?
Block.
Quantity interface F0/2. By default, what is the cost? Cost is 19, right?
19. Yep.
Okay. So what I will do, I'll come here to the first one, right? Okay. Spanning tree cost question mark. Okay. So I will make cost as what? Cost higher than 19, right? For upper one. Okay. Are you understanding?
Yes.
So I will say cost 32.
Okay.
Okay. For FA 0/1, right? And
Yes.
yeah, shut, no shut. And now you type so a spanning tree. Okay. Cost.
Listening.
It's not changing.
Listening again.
No. The cost must change. See, we have changed the cost
Yes.
to
Yeah,
32.
yeah. It makes sense.
Okay, maybe we can. Let's try another command. Conf t, conf t, conf t. Okay, conf t. Then we'll say that interface fa 0/1 question mark. Okay, spanning tree question mark. Okay, let's try VLAN 1 question mark. Cost. Let's try 32.
Okay.
Now we can check. So spanning tree, yes. Okay, we can make, because this is PVST, right? So you have to use as per cost, right?
Yes. Okay.
Yes. So when you came and you change the cost with this command, conf t with this command, interface this cost 64, something like that, right? Anything.
Okay.
Okay. And now if you're coming here, so a spanning tree, so saying that the cost is higher. So if you'll see here,
Yes.
earlier this was root port. Why?
Yeah.
Because from this way cost was 19, but this side I said 64, and this way I said 19. So which one is the lowest? So this
19.
way, so yes, so this one will become our root port and this one will become, right? So,
Block.
so now you can see here that the link cost can be changed locally, right?
Okay. Yes. Okay.
Change locally. Okay, so this is the first option, link cost, which has been changed by the local switch. But now
Okay.
again, what, see, from this side you said you changed, right? Cost. Now
Yes.
again, but you see you did this one, but the administrator will say that you changed. Are you understanding? Administrator will say that
Yes.
maybe this is your branch switch. You are in charge
Okay.
CHAD, right?
Okay.
Yes, and
Yes.
this is Cameroon branch. So Cameroon
Okay.
branch will say that, oh, I initially it was root port this one, but
Yes.
now the chart administrator has changed the cost to make this as a
19 and the other one
to
64.
make this as a root port, right?
Yes.
I understanding. So you made 64 to block this one and 19 to make this as a root port. But now see what
Okay.
Cameroon administrator will do. Cameroon administrator will do said, okay, no problem. You did this one, no problem. What I will do, I will change the cost. Are you
Okay.
understanding? So what he will do?
Yes.
Sorry, you change the cost. I will change the link priority. Okay.
Okay.
So now tell me here, the link priority is 128, and here also link priority is 128, right? Are you understanding?
Yes.
The default link priority. So if I'm coming here to this switch, switch 1.
Okay.
enable conf t host switch 1 so spanning tree. Okay, so what is the link
Okay.
priority? 128. So I want
Yes.
that f0/2 in front of f0/2, this should be blocked, and f0/1 in front of f0/1, that should be root port, right? So you want to
Okay.
make this one Cameroon administrator. Now see what will happen. You have to come to your switch, root switch. Okay, conf t interface fa0/1, right?
Yes.
Okay, spanning tree question mark VLAN
Yeah.
1 port priority. Can you see here?
Okay. Port priority.
Port
Yes.
priority. Okay, so port priority I want like default it is 60, 128. I will say that okay, 32, no problem. And now I will check my spanning tree. So port priority is 31 now. Okay,
Yes.
now see. Okay, port priority is still better than, means cost is
Yes.
still better than. Okay, okay,
Then
yes. See the condition. What condition is here? Condition is first they will check link cost, right? If why normally they do not consider link cost, because link cost is always similar, right?
yes.
Okay, because we are using fast Ethernet, right? So if link cost is equal type,
Okay.
okay, then it will consider second option, which is known as link priority, right?
Then
Okay, normally we say that okay, link priority is also same.
yes.
Okay, then now tell me that what is the third one? Then they check link
Oh,
number.
number. Okay.
Okay, so of course the link number is always different. Are you understanding? Like 1 2
Okay.
3 4 5, like that, right?
Yes.
Okay, so this is the option. So if your cost is lowest here,
Yes.
okay, if your cost is lowest, then it will consider that cost always. Okay,
Okay.
so there is no any other options. Okay, so now maybe let's
Yes.
come to root switch. If we have some other options, if we can make some cost higher, something like that, on t interface fa0/1 spanning tree cost if we can make it cost is already that one, 200. Let's see if this can change some. No, nothing, because see, remember what I told you, when root will send you cost, right? Okay, so
Yes.
root will send you cost as what? See, I have given here 200, right? Right.
Yes.
Okay, but when root will send cost to non-root switches, so it will always send
Zero.
0. Okay, no problem. So see what here we have seen. Here we have seen that we have some options. Okay, with those options we can manipulate. So first option is cost.
Mhm.
Okay, if cost is
Yes.
equal 19 19, right? Okay, so let's make
Yes.
cost equal now. Okay, let's make this cost as a equal, then we will work on the link priority. So now we are coming
Okay.
here to switch 2. Okay, enable con t interface fast ethernet 0/1 spanning tree VLAN 1 cost default 19, right? Okay,
Okay.
so spanning tree. So now we made this cost as a default, right?
Yes.
Okay, now so this will be root port and this will be block port. Okay, now come to switch 1 conf t. Let's make the default cost 19 first. So let's make everything default first. Okay,
Okay.
okay, okay. Priority also we have changed. So let's change the priority interface VLAN 1 port priority priority VLAN 1 is interface FS0/1 spanning tree VLAN 1 port priority. Let's make 128 default. Okay, because we
Okay.
want to make everything default. So spanning tree. Okay, so everything is equal now. So now our lab
Yes.
is also default because now cost is 1990. Cost is equal.
1990.
Cost is equal. Okay, so when the cost is equal, you as an administrator, right? Admin. Okay, now you can decide the role. Okay, so role is that we want to F0/2 to become root port, right? So now see what switch 1 will do. Switch 1 will come. Switch 1 will come here. It's very simple command. Conf t. See interface. See right
Yes.
now the interface priority is same, right? So
Yes,
I'll
sir.
come to interface FS0/2, right? And the
Two years.
port priority, what I will do by default is 128. I will make it lower than that one, right?
Okay.
Okay, so it,
Like 64.
yeah, 64, 32, something like that, 16 like that. Okay, and now if I'm checking, so spanning tree, so my priority is this one. Okay, now port is in listening learning state, right? Now you can see here.
Yes.
So now this will become block and this will become
Yes.
root port, right?
Good. Yes.
Okay, see here. Okay, now remember one thing, that without using keyword VLAN, see every time we
Yes.
are using VLAN, right?
Yes, we
Will
have put
affect
on.
all VLANs,
Yeah.
okay, of the present, either in global mode or in
Um,
sub mode.
yes,
Okay,
sir.
so
Okay.
if we will not use this VLAN, right? So these options we were not getting in packet tracer, but we can try in DNS.
Yes, sir.
See here. So spanning tree. Okay,
Yes.
fine. This is a root switch. Fine. Now conf t. Now you can type here spanning tree question mark. See
Okay.
VLAN question mark. Always is asking for the VLAN. Now again, it's some other options. Okay, now what is saying here? See, if we will not use VLAN command, right?
Okay.
Okay, if you will not use, so whatever command we will use without VLAN, so it will
Okay.
be applied on all the VLANs of your switch. Okay,
Which
but
okay.
yes, but if you are using VLAN, this keyword VLAN, okay,
Regardless
means it
specific.
will be applied to a specific VLAN.
Mm,
Okay, okay, root port manipulation. So we have already seen, okay, port manipulation, fine. Now STP enhancement. Okay, so what is
okay.
this STP enhancement? STP enhancement is, see, this is our normal STP process.
Yes.
But now we need to enhance our STP. Why? Because it take enhancement is what related to the time taken by the STP process, right?
Okay.
So STP, like STP, as well as we know now that it keeps our network loop free,
Okay.
right? But what are the consequences here, that the exact cost to you is that it takes 50 seconds for its process, right? 30 to 50 seconds. That is a long time for our network term, like networking terms, you can say. But in older days, we can understand that, okay, in older days we can understand, because it takes long time to connecting, sometime network is down, like that. But nowadays,
Mm,
if any port is fluctuating, like suppose this is our port in our network, okay, it is going sometime down up, okay. So once it will go up and down, so this switch or the user which is connected to this switch, it will, the user have to wait for 50 seconds, right?
yes.
Okay, and 50 second for the large organization where the banking services are running, some
Yes.
stock,
Something.
yeah, some stock exchange companies are running. So this 50 seconds is big for them. Are you understanding?
Yes.
Okay, so there are some options, enhancements in the STP process, that you can reduce some timings which is running inside STP process. Okay, now to deal with these timing issues, okay, Cisco added the following features with STP implementation, okay, to the switches, but these are not default enable, you have to enable by your own, right? So you have to come to what is post fast, then what is uplink fast, and then the third enhancement was backbone fast.
Okay.
Okay, so you say that when we are allowing port fast, so where we can allow port fast, see, I have switch here, and here I have switch, and here I have PC, right?
Okay.
So when switch do some listening learning process, so
Yes.
what is the main motive of listening and learning process? The main, what you think, that why they do listening learning process?
Yeah. To forward the frame.
No, to decide first,
To decide. Yeah. To decide who's
to
gonna
decide
be
who will become root, and then
root.
the port numbers, right?
Yes.
Port status and port roles, right? That's why they go for
Yes.
blocking, listening, learning, and then they go for forwarding. After that, they decide the port roles. But I can understand when it is connected to switch, right? But when we are connecting some PC, okay, in that also, if your switch will take same 30 seconds for listening and learning, okay, so what they are comparing with this PC? Because PC is the end
Nothing.
device. Why are you comparing
Yes.
with PC? PCs do not generate any kind of BPDU messages and something like that. PC do not
Yes.
create VLANs,
Yes.
right? So in those conditions, why switch takes 30 seconds? So with the help of port fast,
Okay.
okay, they reduce this 30 seconds.
Okay.
Okay. So now see, earlier this was taking 30 seconds, but now it will become up in just one click. You connect and this port is up. So with the
Yes.
help of Portfast, you reduce 30 seconds. Now we
So
have to
it
understand
means,
uplink fast and backbone fast.
okay, it means that this port we're gonna
Yeah, immediately.
yeah,
This will come immediately, but this will take
yeah, the configuration. Yeah, I'm talking about the configuration of this link is gonna be in on
access
port
link.
fast. Yes.
Okay, and what is the condition? Port fast you have to configure only on access link. Remember, we have two
Yes.
type of link:
End
access link
devices.
and trunk link.
Yes, end
Okay,
devices.
so
Access.
now let's understand some deep information about port fast. See, when we will enable
Okay.
port fast, the option is that this switch, okay,
Yes.
this switch you have to enable port fast on only
End devices.
access ports. Okay,
Yes.
now so when this port will immediately come up, right?
Yes.
So what is happening? So this switch is not sending any kind of BPDU
PPD.
messages. This switch is not
Yes.
sending any kind of BPDU messages. Okay, and even this switch is saying that if sending and receiving BPDU from this link is the wastage of BPDU messages. Okay,
Yes.
so let me enable this port immediately because I know that no one is there to compare. Okay,
Yes.
no one is there to fight with me. So let me enable this. Let me open this gate, right? But
Okay.
maybe if you will enable something like port fast on trunk link, what will happen? Maybe there is some switch with the hacker, right? It will try
Yes.
to
Yes.
compare with you. You are high, you are means your MAC address is lower, your priority is lower, you are root, but you are not
Yes.
here to compare with him. So if your port is
Yes.
not comparing, so this switch will become root and then it will exploit your entire network, right?
Yes.
Okay, so if you have a laptop or server connected to switch port, then you know that it will not need to listen the BPDU messages, right? Because it's not a layer 2 device. It will not
Yes.
create any kind of loop because it has a single link towards your switch. Are you understanding?
Yes. Yes.
Port fast allow a switch to immediately transition from blocking to forwarding by
Okay.
bypassing listening and learning
Yes.
states.
Yes.
However, the only ports on which you can safely enable port fast are ports on which you know
Um.
that there is no switch connected, no bridge connected, okay, or
Yes.
no other kind of STP speaking devices are connected. So if any
Yes.
other speaking STP speaking devices are connected, so at that time if you will if you will stop if you will enable port
You
fast,
will not
yes,
participate here.
yes, so it will enable loops in your network, right?
Yes. Yes.
Otherwise, using port fast risk to create loops in your network. Okay, now port fast is most appropriate for connection to the end
And devices.
devices. Okay, to improve your network convergence process by disabling the listening and learning process. Okay,
Yes. Yes.
in other words, you can say that by default, all ports on a switch participate in STP topology. Yes, whether the switch is
Yes.
connected to switch or router or PC, all ports will be participate. They will be participating in STP process and topology.
Yes.
This includes any port that connected to a host workstation. In most circumstances, a host represent no risk.
No risk of loop.
Okay. Now, a host port will transition through the normal STP states. Yes, normally it transition because here I have shown you. Normally it was transitioning with the same STP process. Okay, including waiting to forward delay times. Okay, two forward delay means 15 plus 15 means 30
Yes.
seconds.
30
Right?
seconds.
Okay. This is not ideal for couple of reasons. Why? Because if you will learn about DHCP, Okay, so DHCP takes DHCP wait 16 seconds.
Yes.
Okay, now if you are trying to connect to DHCP, suppose you are trying to connect to DHCP, this switch, this PC is trying to connect DHCP. Okay, and DHCP, for example, DHCP server is here.
Yes.
Okay, DHCP server is here, and they are connected with some ports. Okay, now, and maybe this link is fluctuating, and after each fluctuation it is taking 50 seconds, and this
Yes.
DHCP server is waiting for the client to get IP in 16 seconds. If you will not get IP in 16 seconds, your system will generate a
Yes.
pipa IP. So there is the problem regarding
Okay.
DHCP. So there can be a problem regarding multiple applications, multiple services. The services
Yes.
which runs faster than your listening learning process, right? Suppose
Yes.
just think that you are calling me, right? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and you are listening for 30
Yeah.
seconds. Are you going to wait for 30 seconds, or you will
Not
disconnect
that.
and you will say that maybe Mr. Jay is busy,
Yes.
right? Okay, so same here, to reduce these type of problems, right? Okay, so port fast is important. So port fast allow a switch port to bypass the unusual process of STP states. Okay, so instead of transitioning to your this listening and learning process, so it will eliminating those 30 seconds delay timing.
Yes.
Okay, same process what we are talking here. Okay, no problem, same
Okay.
things. So how to enable port fast? See, it's very simple command. You can enable port fast. Okay,
Go to that interface.
yes. Now remember how to configure port fast on trunk interface. Now tell me, can we configure port fast on trunk interface?
No.
Huh?
No.
Now see, if you will enable port fast on trunk interface, right?
Yes.
What will happen? Suppose if I am enabling port fast on this trunk interface and port fast here also. So what will happen? This you can enable, but there is no any benefit of this command, because if you enable port fast
Okay.
on this trunk interface, so if whenever your port, the port where you have enabled port fast, if this port will receive any kind of BPDU message,
Yeah.
okay, then what he will say that okay, so what he will do, it will change the port fast status and it will disable the port fast, and it will
Okay.
make it will make normal.
Okay.
Okay, see here it is working fine because this switch is not sending
BPD.
any kind of BPDU, so no problem. So once
Okay.
this port will receive any kind of BPDU message, okay, then it will remove that port fast, it will disable the port fast, and it will start working on normal process. So we will check this process also and this process also. Okay,
Okay.
so how to configure port fast globally? So we can just come here, we can come here, spanning tree port fast default. Okay,
Okay.
and but if you want to enable port fast on interface basis, you can enable on interface basis as well. So let's come to our let's single link. Okay, no problem, cannot put multiple.
Okay.
Let's take this switch, PC.
Okay.
So normally we know that when we connect ports to switch, it takes long time, right? 30 seconds. See, it's still our this
Yeah.
switch is taking. So what I will do, I'll come to my switch, CLI enable conf switch host
Mm.
switch 1. Okay, now let's come to with the interface basis. So what I will do,
Yeah. Interface.
interface fa0 slash
Yeah.
2 spanning
Spanning to
tree
Portfast.
port fast. Okay, so it's
Okay.
enable now, and it's saying that
Yes.
please do not use this link. Okay, or
Yes.
normally to the, okay, you can use only with the non-trunking devices, non-trunking link. Okay, not on the trunk link. Okay, and you can use
Yes.
this command also, switch port mode access, right? So this switch is your access port now.
Okay.
Okay, this port, sorry, this switch port is now access port. Now what is happening here,
Yes.
if you are removing this port now, okay, and now if you are connecting reconnection again, okay, see, it's immediately it is
It's gonna
coming
be
up,
automatic.
right? Immediate up,
Yes.
no listening, no process,
Yep.
nothing is running here. Okay, so
Yes.
if, yes, if you're coming here, so spanning tree, okay, it's immediate, it will come faster. Okay, immediate it will come in up state mode. But now if I'm
Okay.
talking about this trunk link, so if I'm coming to this switch, so interface trunk, no trunk link, right? But
Yeah, no
suppose if
trunk.
I want to make this link as a trunk, so I'll come here conf t interface fa0 slash 1 switch port trunk encapsulation dot 1q. Okay, switch port
Yes.
mode trunk do so history. Let's copy this one, come to switch 2, enable conf t post switch 2 command. I will paste the same one to make this link as a trunk. Okay,
Yes.
just wait for the trunk negotiation. Okay, because after trunk the STP process runs, because earlier this, why the STP process is running again, because earlier this port was in VLAN 1, right?
Yes.
But now you have moved that port from VLAN 1 to trunk, so that's why it takes time. Okay, so now if I'm coming to this switch, so interface trunk, so now you have trunking, right? But now see,
Yes.
sometimes some
Yes.
engineers what they do, okay, so see, a network is some kind of, why they look for engineers, because some network is running constant, but if with the help of some misconfiguration or something, okay, your
Yes.
network goes down, right?
Yes, sir.
So maybe some
Okay.
engineer came, and when they were enabling, because see here, why engineer make mistakes, because see here we are, this is simulation, so we are watching that, okay, this is router 1, this is switch 1, like that, right?
Yes.
But
Yes. Yes.
normally engineers access the switches through telnet command, so you don't know how many switches you are using.
Yes.
Okay, so scenario will be not in front of you. So now interface fa0 slash 1, okay, spanning tree Portfast trunk. Okay,
Okay.
now see, listen this. Portfast should only be enabled on ports connected to a single host. Okay,
Yes.
now connecting hub. Okay, uh, concentrators or like bridge or you can say repeaters, okay, switches, etc. To this interface when port fast is enabled can cause temporary bridging loop. Okay, so always use
Yes.
with caution. So if you cannot enable, so see, I enabled port fast, right?
Yes.
Are you understanding? But if I am
Yes,
checking
sir.
here on switch 1, so I have enabled port fast on all the interfaces, right?
Yes.
Switch 1, fast 01 and fast 02. So if I'm checking here, so spanning tree summary. Now tell me, port fast, port fast default is okay. No problem. Let's check the interface. Uh, interface FA 0 slash
Yes. Which one?
2 port fast. See, port fast is enabled here on this interface on 0 by 2, right? Are you understanding?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
now
yes.
let's check about 0 by 1.
One.
Okay, here also it is enabled. Okay, I don't know, but it should disable it. But let me, no problem. Let me
Yes.
come here. Conf interface this one, no, and enable with the normal trunk without trunk name. Spanning tree port fast.
Okay.
Okay, and now if I'm checking with that command, see, I have enabled port fast, but now when I'm checking it, again it is showing enable. Okay, but see, it is enable, but it will not
Yes.
work because see, if it is so,
Then.
yeah, so interface trunk, everything is working. Okay,
Yes.
so spanning tree. Okay, switch 1. Okay, maybe, okay, switch 2 is the root, this one is the root. Okay, I think
Yes.
so. Spanning tree,
Then two.
yes, this is the root. See, mainly what is the use of port fast? Port fast is used when you are using the device as an end device. Are you understanding?
Yes.
So here it is saying, where is that? So here is saying that when you are using any device which is connecting to end
Yes.
host, okay, so at that time you should use port fast here as well as port fast here.
Yes.
But now,
Okay.
one option will come that okay, on which port I should use port fast, because
Okay.
see, maybe I see this is command. This command is what you cannot come to each and every port 1, 2, 3, 4 and enable port fast. So instead of running this command, you can run globally or you can run with range.
Okay.
Okay. So here, of course, see this switch. So do this switch is connected with any other switches?
Not.
No. So I will come here and I will run here global command, right? I understand
Okay.
this global command.
One
Spanning
of
tree
the
port
hot
fast
fast before.
default means enable on all the interfaces.
Okay.
Okay, but on all, on which interfaces? Only on
Access port.
access port. It will never enable on trunk ports.
Transport.
Okay, and with the command, with this command you can verify whether the port fast is enabled or not. Okay,
Okay.
Now, when the port fast is completed, now we have to understand about uplink fast. Okay, see, port fast was related to end host, right? But
Yes.
now we are talking about uplink fast. What is the use of uplink fast? See what uplink fast is saying. Uplink fast is saying that if you are, this switch 1 is a root switch,
Yes.
switch 2 is a non-root, switch 3 is a non-root, right? Okay,
Yes.
now, so switch 2 has two link. Okay, he have two link connecting to root switch, right?
Yes.
Okay, now tell me which one is the main link and which one is the backup link.
The R1.
Okay, so this is the main link
Yes.
and this is the backup link.
Yes.
Okay, now for switch 3, to root, to reach root, which one is the main link, which one is the backup link? So this is the main link and this is the
Main link.
backup link, right?
Yes.
Okay, now, so the main link which is directly connected to root switch, okay,
Yes.
those are known as uplink fast. Okay,
Okay.
and the second link which is, which is not directly connected to root, okay, that is known as
Backbone.
yeah, backbone link. But now see
Okay.
what uplink fast is saying, that uplink fast link is the link which is directly connected to root switch. Now,
Yes.
so normally, suppose this is my link, right? Okay,
Yes.
this link is up, but after few seconds you will see that this link will go down, right? This is a direct connection with switch 1 and switch 2. So what will happen
Yes.
if this link is down for a second? So this link will take how many seconds, tell me, to come up?
50
50,
seconds.
50 seconds.
Yes.
Okay, okay, so what is saying that remove 30 seconds from there, because
Okay.
this switch is blocked, okay,
Okay.
but it's not disable, it's blocked, and this switch is listening bpdu, right? But
Yes.
this one is not sending bpdu from this port, right?
Okay.
Okay, so if link is fluctuating, why? Okay, 20 second I can say that because that is the hold timer, right? So I can wait
Okay.
for 20 seconds, but what is the meaning of waiting again for 30 seconds? Because I have
Yes.
already completed my 30 seconds. Due to those 30 seconds I am blocked. Are you understanding?
Yes.
So what is the need of
Yes.
running every time 30 seconds, 30 seconds?
Okay.
So please remove this, eliminate this 30 seconds. So yes, make 20 seconds is okay, no problem. But 30
Good.
seconds, remove 30 seconds from there. Okay, so this is uplink fast. Okay,
Okay.
so what we are going to do, we'll enable some debugging and we'll check the uplink fast problems. Okay,
Okay.
so let's connect two links between these switches. If debugging will work, it's okay. Otherwise, we'll check our through GNS. Okay, so now question will come, uplink fast where I should enable. So uplink fast you have to enable on all the switches, but uplink fast is not per interface. Uplink fast is a global mode configuration. So I'll come to this switch.
Okay.
Yes, I'll come to this switch, conf t spanning tree uplink, no uplink fast, no problem. And we can come to our GNS. Do we have any uplink fast? Uplink fast. Root guard. Okay, fine. Okay, so we can use this lab.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so when we are on switch 1, so
Yes.
is spanning tree. So this switch is root, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now what is happening here? If I am on switch 2,
Okay.
so is spanning tree, right? Normally
Okay.
it is in forwarding states. Okay, root port E01 is the root port, right? E0 by 1, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now see, this is a root, this is a switch, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now this switch have two link directly connect. So what is the uplink you have to understand here? Uplink for switch 2. Okay, this is
Okay.
uplink and this is uplink. Directly connected links to the local switch is uplink. Okay, not
Okay.
towards. Okay, this is uplink for you. Uplink. This is also uplink for you. Okay. Now for switch 2, which port will be as known as a backbone link? Okay,
Okay.
so this is not directly connected, so this is known as a backbone.
Yes.
Okay, backbone link or backbone fast, you can say. Okay,
Okay.
this is uplink and this is backbone link. Okay, you can say backbone link also.
Okay.
Backbone. Okay, okay, and this is also backbone link for you. Okay, for
Okay.
switch 2. Okay, now
Yes.
for switch
So
3,
even this, so even this one, the down one should be backbone, right? This one, yeah.
this one. No, for you,
Yep.
you are switch 2. For
Yes.
you, your directly connected links towards any switch.
Yes.
Okay, that is known as
Yes.
uplink.
Okay.
Okay, and other links in the topology will be known as a backbone link for you for switch 2. Now for
Okay.
switch 4, this link,
Okay.
okay, this
Okay.
link, the link, the what this link, okay, is the
Okay.
uplink. This link is the
Okay.
uplink. This link is the backbone link, and this link is the backbone link. Understood?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. See.
Now, so if I am coming to switch 2, okay, and switch to E0 by E0 by 0, E0 by 0, check the status of E0 by 0 is designated, right? I
Yes.
understand it. And this one is
Yes.
root. So what I will do, I'll come to E0 by 1 and down this one. Okay, now see, conf t interface E0 slash 1
Mhm.
shut. And now if you're checking show spanning tree, No, I have to shut another link. Okay, sorry. Conf t interface no shut. Okay, let's come to switch 3 and shut something.
Okay.
We can take the practical off. Okay, for switch 3 this is uplink. Okay, and this is uplink for switch 3. Sorry, for switch 4. Okay, understand about this one, because some,
For switch
they
4.
understand. Yeah, for switch 4, let's do practice for switch 4. For switch 4,
Okay.
when switch 4 wants to reach root, right? For
Okay.
this link is uplink, this link is uplink,
Mm-hmm.
this link is a backbone link, this is a backbone link, means the link which is directly connected to me to reach root. So I can reach root from this link also, and
Okay.
from this link also, right?
Yes.
Okay, now tell me, which link is in running condition right now? RP, this link is running condition right now, this one, right?
Yes.
So if this link is down, for example, for some condition this link is down, okay,
Okay.
so this link should take how much time to come up? Normally it will take 50 seconds.
50%
We'll
this
see
one.
this one. Okay, now come here, switch 4. So spanning tree, E0 by 1 is blocked, fine, no problem. Then I'm coming to switch 2 and down that port which is connecting. So interface E0 by 0 shut, and if I'm coming here to switch 4, so a spanning tree, see, E0 by 1,
Okay.
okay, sorry, E0 by,
By 2.
I don't know why it's saying 2 is blue. Switch 4, this one is switch 4. Okay, now see, after that it is going for, can you see here,
Yes.
if you'll take the timer, okay,
Yes.
okay, you'll see that thing. So spanning tree summary. Okay, that's why that's why I was confused.
Okay.
This is not STP. Okay,
Yes. This one is the
rapid.
powerful one. Yep.
Okay, rapid is 6 second.
Okay.
Okay, no problem. What we can do, we can create same topology here.
Okay.
Okay, then we will understand. Okay, so let me pause the video, otherwise the video will become longer. Okay, so same scenario. Okay, so we are on switch 4 here. So this is our switch 4. Let's write. This
Yes.
is our switch 1 as a root. Okay, this is our switch 3, for example. This is our switch 4, and this is our switch 2. Okay, so now this port is blocked, right?
Yes.
Okay, so when this port is blocked, okay, so you can say this is my uplink. For switch 4, this link is uplink,
Yes.
and this link is also uplink. So here is
Okay.
saying that any uplink will down. So I have two uplink. Okay, one is
Okay.
already blocked. So if this uplink is
Yes.
down, so
Yes.
this my switch 4 will take 50 seconds to bring this port up. Okay,
Okay. Yes.
so now let's come here on switch 3. Okay, switch 3. Enable conf t post switch 3. Let's change the name of all the switches. So
Okay.
enable conf t host switch 4 enable conf t host switch 2. And now we are coming on switch 4 and we can see here, so spanning tree. So spanning tree. Okay, so f0 by 2 is blocked, f0 by 1 is blocked, right? You can see
Yes,
here.
yes,
Okay, now so this uplink, because this is already down, so if this uplink is down due to some reason, okay,
yes,
what will happen? So if I'm coming to switch 3, conf t interface f0 slash 2
okay.
shut. Okay, so it's down, so this link is down, so this link, okay, see if you'll check
It's
this link on switch 4.
how many times connected to?
Yes, so if you're checking with that command, so spanning tree, okay, see fa0 by 1 now learning, okay, waited for 20 seconds, still learning is going on. Okay,
Yes,
so it takes
forward.
total it takes 50 seconds. When the port is blocked from coming
Yes,
up, they take 50 seconds total. Okay, forward
yes,
delay and all those things, right?
yes,
Okay, so now what is happening here, if you will come to switch 3, no shut again. Now what we are going to do, we are going to enable
up,
uplink fast,
up.
right? Now
Yes,
see what is
yeah,
happening. Okay, so normally it is taking 30 seconds or whatever, 50 seconds we are. Okay, so normally what will happen, it will immediately bring that port into forwarding state. See
look,
here,
yes,
so if I'm coming to switch 4, what I will do, conf t spanning tree uplink fast. This is the problem, okay, so what we can do here, same thing you can understand in.
yes,
Okay, so if I'm coming on switch 4,
okay,
switch 4 here, switch 4, see, uplink fast is disabled, right?
yes,
Okay, so if I'm coming here, conf t spanning tree, uplink fast option will be there, see here. Okay,
okay, yes,
uplink fast. Okay,
okay,
so spanning tree. Okay, I'm on switch 4, two switch 3,
okay,
port is down. So spanning tree, root designated, switch 4, 1 should be blocked. E0 by 1 is root,
okay,
E0 by 1 is root. What about E0 by 0? Forwarding,
yes,
switch 2. So spanning tree, so spanning tree. So if I'm coming to switch 3, I don't know why it's not showing block. Let's take another scenario. I don't know. Maybe related to switch version is creating problem.
Yep.
which version I'm using. If it will work, it's okay. If not, then what we will do in the next class, I will I will
Okay.
I will upload some lower switch. Okay,
Okay.
in that, because right now this switch, if you check here, show version. Okay, this is 15.2. Okay, so I
15.2.
will upload this 12 point something, and in that we
Okay.
will work. Okay, then we will
Okay.
understand these things, because if you will
Good.
check this one, and if you are checking here, so
Yes.
spanning tree summary, so this is already rapid spanning tree is running, so you will not
Yes.
understand these port fast and these all
Because
things, because in rapid spanning tree, okay, these options are already enabled.
okay.
Okay, default enabled. Okay,
Good.
so no problem. In our next class, will I will emulate that 12.2. Okay,
Okay.
okay then. So STP enhancement we will talk in our next class. Okay.
Cool. No, cool.
Okay.